Hello party people, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Tori. Thank you so much for being here today. Today's video is going to be one of my seasonal videos. I'm going to break down for you my spring and summer mood board. I feel like it's really easy to fall into the traps of following a million different trends when the seasons change. So I love creating mood boards just to kind of hone in on what my style is, hone in on the aesthetics that I'm very drawn to, and to kind of put all of these visual stimulants into a more cohesive image, at least a more cohesive image to myself, because as you'll see, it's a collage, so it's kind of like inherently not that cohesive. I also feel like these mood boards are very helpful if you're someone who feels like they're feeling a little stuck and like a little lost on inspiration. So let's get into it. I'm gonna stick my mood board over here so you can see it in all its glory. I made this on Procreate and I source a lot of these photos from Pinterest as well as like my own camera roll. I really like making this kind of mood board as opposed to something like a Pinterest board, just because I like having something that I can make my background on my phone and on my iPad, so it's always constantly inspiring me and I'm constantly looking at it. Just because I have something on here or just because I've omitted something from my mood board does not mean I won't wear it this spring and summer or that it's not on my mind, but these are kind of just like the overarching things that I'm constantly thinking about. This board is looking a little chaotic. It's also looking very like blue and greenish, whereas I feel like a lot of the time my mood boards for the summer are very warm toned. But let's break this down through the images I have in the background. The first photo I'm looking at is a photo of myself that I took last summer in Cinque Terre. I am just a huge fan of having yourself on your mood board, whether your mood board is for aesthetic reasons or for like career goals or life goals. I just think having yourself on your board just reminds you that this is your life that you're manifesting, and you need to always remember that you are the main character in your life. So if you're always looking at other people's bodies and other people's likeness for inspiration, like reel it back a little, because you are also someone that people should be getting inspiration from. If we move to the right of that, I have this really blurry image of someone holding some flowers, and I feel like that image kind of goes along with the image below it, which is of this beautiful like outdoor like summerscape. This summer I'm trying to move back to Los Angeles, and I just love having these photos on there because it really reminds me that once I find my new space, I really want to find a space where I can host dinners or host my friends or just like make more memories. Something I've really noticed about like being 27 and just being older is that I don't want to be someone who is constantly just reminiscing or being nostalgic with my friends when we get together. I really want to be creating more concrete and lasting memories. And so I feel like now that just takes a little bit more intention, but that is something that's been on my mind as of late. Beneath that, I have this beautiful sunset photo, which I've covered with the photo of Zendaya, but I know that this photo was taken at Cinespia, and Cinespia is one of my favorite summer activities to do in LA, especially Cinespia at Hollywood Forever. I've been going ever since I went to college in LA, and it's just a really fun time. It's just a movie screening in the cemetery, and it's very fun. All of my friends are obsessed with it, and like last summer was probably the only summer outside of like the pandemic of 2020 where I didn't attend a single screening. So I definitely have a screening on my summer bucket list this year. The next three images are images from apartments and from interiors. So we have this really eclectic office space with a nice leopard print rug. We have this beautiful bookshelf that looks like it's a built-in into a Spanish style home. And then we have a bathroom with some vintage green tile. This is just me manifesting my perfect apartment. My perfect apartment would have all three of these things, but even if I only had one or two, I would be very happy. As you can tell, I really love a leopard print moment, but I really just want to find that home that really has all of the fixtures that I like. I'm really looking for somewhere with really nice vintage fixtures. So hopefully the universe is on my side and will find me one in a good price range that I can afford month to month. Okay, now that we've kind of gotten the background images out of the way, I'm going to talk about the three items that I have on my mood board. So as you can see on the right hand side, I have a picture of these burgundy Celine loafers. I actually just purchased these for myself. I've been looking at these shoes since October of last year, and they finally came back in stock in my size. I tried them on and I was like, I don't need an expensive pair of loafers. I'll just get like a classic heritage brand. So I tried to buy a pair from GH Bass, and literally none of them fit my feet right. They were either too big or too wide or too small or too narrow. So I was like, you know what? If these shoes come back in stock in my size and I can afford them, it'll be a sign. And you know what? It was a sign. So they're currently on the way. My best friend says I'm collecting designer loafers, like they're infinity stones, and maybe so. Okay, maybe that's my niche when it comes to designer goods. Below that, I have a photo of this beautiful baggu green gingham bag. I have this on here kind of as a reminder to wear this piece more often. I really like including pieces that I want to wear more often on my mood boards as well, because I feel like by seeing it constantly on my phone or when I'm on my iPad, like I kind of make that conscious decision to wear these pieces more. I noticed I did this a lot with my last mood board. I added a photo of these Maison and Margiela tabbies that I owned, as well as tabbies paired with socks, and I actually found myself styling those shoes like that and also just wearing them more often. So that's also why I have this bag on here. And then finally I have this beautiful Prada bag on here, which is purely here for another aspirational element. I tried on this bag in store and honestly I'm obsessed with it. I really love the belt detailing on this bag, so you know, if I somehow come to $3,000 and I don't need to pay student loans or rent, maybe I'll buy this bag. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about the people that I have on this board, okay? Starting from the top, we have Miss Kaia Gerber. She's masked up. She's wearing Celine sunglasses. She's got a book in her hand, and she's probably wearing what some people would consider to be like the least summery outfit ever, right? She just has a button-down shirt on with some straight leg jeans and loafers. It's funny that she's on this mood board because I also had Alexa Chung on my last mood board in a very similar outfit, but this is kind of just like an outfit formula that I really like. I really am a loafers and a button-down girly a lot, and loafers are a year-round shoe for me. Kaia Gerber's style very much reminds me of Zoe Kravitz's style in the sense that they really are people who just have like a certain capsule wardrobe, and I think the way they wear clothes and the way they get clothes tailored just exudes a sort of effortlessness that I really like. I also have Kaia Gerber on here because she kind of is the poster child of the marriage of books and fashion for me. I've been talking about this with my friend a lot recently about how it feels like fashion and books, especially like fashion and book talk and fashion and book influencers, has kind of become like this emerging market over the past year. I mean, I think a lot about like Marie Claire's Shelf Life series here on YouTube. I think Chanel has gifted books and book stacks to their influencers along with their luxury goods. I've seen Dior do the same. Dior, I believe, also has a series on their YouTube where they have like certain influencers and celebrities and models talk about the books they're currently reading, kind of as a marriage of, you know, the intellectual nature of both books and fashion, because fashion in itself is an art form. I've definitely seen social posts from like Coach and Loewe where they will ask like fashion show attendees what they're currently reading. We've also seen books influence and authors influence on the runway collections themselves. I believe it was like a couple of seasons ago now, Valentino did a whole collection inspired by A Little Life. Peter Do recently did a collection with Ocean Vuong and his poetry, and we've seen authors walking the runway like Otessa Moshfegh. And then of course with Miss Kaia on my mood board, we can't discount the power that celebrity book clubs have. I think a lot about like Reese's Book Club. I feel like Reese's Book Club is pretty notorious because Hello Sunshine has like, I believe like the first look deals for all of the books that Reese's Book Club eventually promotes. Anyways, Kaia Gerber is on here, and while her outfit might be very simple, I feel like her presence on my collage represents a lot. Below Kaia, we have a beautiful photo of myself from Coachella of last year. I have this photo on here kind of as a reminder to myself to wear this dress more because I look fantastic in it. This is a dress from Realization Par that I actually found on the Real of all places, and I feel like I just want to get back into it. I really love the look of this like sheer dress, and I feel like there are so many ways I can style this. Just thinking of it like layered over denim, or like having really big oversized tees over top so I can style like a skirt. Like, I love this. I want to pull it out more, and this is my reminder to do so. To the right of myself, I have this photo of a runway model. I believe it's from the Prada Spring Summer 2000 collection, and I have her on here because I am kind of loving a hot pant. Me liking hot pants is very out of character because I very much hate the micro short slash underwear as pants trend that's been happening over the past few years. I really only feel like influencers and models and celebrities can wear this stuff because they're really only going from like car to event, or they're wearing it for a carpet, or they're wearing it for a certain reason. Whereas like, I don't think that regular people are rocking this, you know, on their 9 to 5 or when they're getting a casual drink with their girlfriends. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like the hot pant is probably the closest the general public can come to embracing that trend. And I really like it. I don't know if it's part of like my nostalgia, or if I'm just like old enough where I can actually start wearing pieces that I was like coveting as a teenager. But I really like the concept of hot pants. This image is on here kind of to remind me to like start seeking that out, trying to like look for that in stores or in the thrift shop or where have you. I was on the internet in 2010, okay? I love the look of a hot pant with tights or like distressed tights. So maybe that's in my future if I can find it in my size. Right below this model, I have a photo of another beautiful model. This is actually, I believe, from like the Doen catalog. I'm really into like the midi skirt trend. I wore a white 3-tiered skirt a lot last summer. I feel like I'm just drawn to this Doen model because she looks so happy and beautiful and carefree. I also just feel like when it's the summertime, this is very much my vibe. I want to be wearing linen. I want to be wearing something that's super flowy and super fun and super breezy, beautiful cover girl. You know what I mean? Below this model, I have a beautiful photo of Iowa Debris, and this photo of Iowa is kind of on here for a couple of reasons. The first is that I love her, and I have a theory that we would be best friends. Okay, she's currently in Chicago filming season 3 of The Bear, and like, wouldn't you know it, like some of my best friends live in Chicago. Secondly, I believe the outfit that she's wearing is a full loewe look, and this time last year I made a video talking about the ways that I think pop culture is affecting fashion, and one of the things I said was that I think Jonathan Anderson is going to be the creative director that a lot of people are focused on. Jonathan Anderson is not only the creative director of his namesake label JW Anderson, but he's also the creative director over at Loewe. Not only that, but he also did the costume design for Challengers, the new movie coming out with Zendaya, Mike Faced, and Josh O'Connor, and that was technically supposed to come out last year, but because of the strikes, they've pushed it to this month. I also believe he's going to be like a co-chair, or he's involved in some capacity with the Met Gala. He definitely had a big year in 2023. He dressed Rihanna in a custom Loewe look for the Super Bowl, and he also did some of Beyonce's costuming for the Renaissance tour. So you already have seen a lot of his looks outside of like the ones that have gone viral, like the Polly Pocket clothing and the iconic absurdist shoes. I also really just love this skirt in this Loewe look. Again, I love a white skirt, but I feel like something about the ruffles is really like itching that good part of my brain this spring and summer. To the right, we have this iconic photo of Zendaya. I love this editorial image of her. I feel like the energy in it is like, it feels like summer. Like this image kind of gives me like those hot, sultry summer nights energy. Like the way her skin is like a little sweaty and glistening. Like I kind of want to emulate that makeup more this summer, and also just like the unruliness of her hair. You know, it's a little bit, it's a little frizzy from all the summer heat. Like I feel like that's kind of like the vibe I want, the vibe I'm kind of going for. I really just love her. She's the girl of the moment. She's also, guess what, another Met Gala co-chair. So we will be talking about her all summer long. I think Challengers, the press tour is ending, but guess what, girl? It's almost the first Monday in May. And then last but not least, we have another photo of myself on this mood board. This photo is just me being beautiful on vacation, and that's kind of also another vibe I want to continue channeling over the spring and summertime. I don't have any vacations lined up aside for weddings I have to attend this summer, so TBD on what that's looking like vacation wise, but I just love her. She's glowing in the sun. She's on vacation. She's wearing the cutest linen outfit and her little goats, who Celine Sunnies. So I want to be her more this year, a little carefree, a little exploring the world, even if that world is just a 45-minute plane ride to San Francisco. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found some inspiration and you are encouraged to make a mood board of your own. If you want to see more of me, feel free to follow me over on Instagram or TikTok, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye.